Hi guys, welcome to Lumberjack Koala. As always, I'm unknown.
I'm known too.
I got you. I'm Lumberjack and this Koala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of in my feelings right now. I don't know why this company is trying to, like. I feel like I'm being bamboozled into thinking that I should be believing in this, but the more I read it, the more I'm like, this is the most stupidest opinion of all. And this is the Phil Spencer opinion about how gaming is a whole other type of ecosystem than what it is.
Yeah.
So if we're kind of late on it, first of all, but we still want to get our emotions out about it. But anyways, Phil Spencer gets an interview where he basically gets the time to bash on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Says that PlayStation and the way they're doing their console is not the way to do it. First thing, he wants to acknowledge saying that he wants to put the gamer first, and he doesn't want to insensitize them to buy the next generation console. But yet, Xbox goes out of their way to cancel the Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and the Xbox SAD edition. Sad.
Oh, and yeah, they stopped selling the 12 months of gold.
Yeah. So they did all this, and they're still, and he says that he doesn't want to insensitize you to buy the next console.
This is what annoys me about Phil Spencer. Is like, he talks a lot, but everything Microsoft or Xbox they do the opposite of what he says. Yeah, but then people applaud everything Phil Spencer says.
Yeah, and I like how the only people who are standing by him are true Xbox fans. Well, what are left of them.
Yeah.
And like they're giving the former Xbox fans hope.
Yeah.
Now, after playing the Xbox for a while, the Xbox One at home. Yesterday it decided not to come on. I was like, yo, let me play some Alan Wake.
Yeah.
That's one of the exclusives. I've never got to play it out. It's a really good game.
Yeah.
I actually like it. I like it a lot.
One thing I want to acknowledge about Xbox is like, it doesn't crash a lot, but one thing I noticed compared to the PS4, when it crashes, it beeps, it gives you a little bar and a blue screen saying error occurred. But with the Xbox, when it crashes, the whole system just forgets what it's doing and just freezes, crashes, and shuts down.
Yeah. It's like a PS3.
Yeah, I don't think the Xbox knows how to handle crashes.
I'm not really good at learning things on the Xbox right now. I don't put the effort in.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do updates in the background. I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, you leave it on standby.
System updates.
Yeah, you'll do it in the background.
Well, I haven't done that, and every time I get on, there's an update. It has to go through a 4-step process, or it says 3 steps, where it has 3 bars on the bottom. It's like, downloading update, installing update, something update. And then it has to turn off. But actually, it's a 4-step process because once the 3 bars are filled, it's trying to do something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like how people bash on the PS3 for its update, and when all it was doing was downloading and installing, and that's it. It turned off, turned back on.
Yeah.
That was it. But people got mad at that. But anyways, Phil Spencer is saying that you're not insensitized to buy the new Xbox.
Yeah.
You can stay on the old Xbox. Then why take away the liberty of me buying an Xbox One?
Like I said, Phil Spencer talks a lot, and he's starting to sound like the other dude that was at the head of Xbox a while back. So I don't know. I think Phil Spencer sooner or later is going to get replaced too. Probably once this generation starts, the next gen, he's probably gone too.
Now I understand why they're doing it. Why in the hell would you have 5 consoles on the market?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of consoles.
Especially be confusing. They for some reason they want to continue the X and S names.
Yeah.
But just put series and they're dropping the 1. It's just, your names are stupid. Xbox.
It would have been more understandable if they got rid of the SAD edition, the S edition, and they just kept the X edition.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to drop it down $200, keep it at $199, just like I don't know if the new S is going to be $199.
Yeah.
Rumor has it. Thank you Adele for making that song. But yeah, I mean, I can understand why they would get rid of those 3 consoles, because if you were to go to the store and you saw the Xbox Series S for $199 and then the Xbox One X for $199, you're just going to be like, but that one has a disc drive though.
Yeah.
And like, is that one more powerful than this one? It would seem like it, right? So I understand this. But don't go out of your way saying that, you believe in this and that. And the company is doing a whole different direction on you.
Yeah.
PlayStation is doing it the traditional way. They're saying, hey, the new generation is coming. We got a powerful hardware that's more powerful than the 2013 model that we brought out, which has been around with us for 7 years now.
Yeah.
Like, even though the Pro is supposedly more powerful, it's the same tech. It's just 4K compatible.
Yeah.
That's it. So technically, you've been having the same console for the same 7 years, and now we're about to have a whole brand new generation of consoles.
Yeah.
So I feel like PlayStation is doing it a good way. You know, now people are saying that the fast delivery service that Xbox is doing is a fantastic idea. It is. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's not the first time it's ever been done. If anyone remember when Battlefield 4 came out for the PS3, right when the PS4 launched, I had the edition where what's called, if you had it on the PS3, you can pop the PS3 into the PS4, use the redemption code, and you can download a software where it allows you to play Battlefield 4 on the PS4 using the PS3 disc.
Same thing with Minecraft.
Yeah.
It'll just carry over to the PS4.
So it's been done before, so this is not a brand new idea, but I do like the idea. Now this leads into the next thing where Phil Spencer says that any game that comes out for the Series X has to run on Xbox One X. That sounds pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, because, see, when I'm buying a PS5 to play next gen, not current gen.
Yeah. How would you feel if, and I'm gonna say this, despite as much as I like Sunset Overdrive, it is not a good-looking game today.
Yeah, that should have got an Xbox One X enhancement, but it didn't.
Yeah. But say, for instance, they said that Sunset Overdrive was coming out for Series X, but it has to run on Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Now, looking the way it does, they're basically telling you as a customer, it has to be the same quality on Xbox One X as it is on Xbox Series X. But the Xbox Series X is twice as powerful.
Yeah.
So, how are you going to run it supposedly better on the Xbox Series X when it has to look the same as Xbox One X? You would have to push the Xbox One X more than the Xbox Series X.
Yeah,
but then that would tell the customer, like, wait a minute, the Xbox One X is actually powerful than the Series X.
Yeah.
Because it's running Xbox Series X games on that console.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding this.
I don't know, it's Phil Spencer's like, I feel like the Xbox company and Phil Spencer, they're like on two different realms.
Yeah.
It's like Phil Spencer says this, and Xbox is like, yeah, he said that, but we're doing this.
The only thing when I heard him say that, the only thing I thought of was like I was a big fan of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And Guitar Hero 1 and 2 on the PS2 looks cool. They're stylistically graphic.
Yeah.
You know, they have graphics that look stylistic to itself. When Guitar Hero 3 came out, it looked more or less the same as the PS3.
Yeah.
When it came out. It's just a little bit more high res on the PS3. But Xbox doesn't want that. They want the same level of quality as the Xbox One X as the Xbox Series X.
What was it? Like a few months ago, they said that the Series X is not going to have exclusives for 2 years.
Yeah, and they said they're going to announce it, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
I said every game that's going to come out on Series X will be playable on the Xbox One X. So. I have zero initiative to buy a Series X right now.
Well, anyways, when it comes to this part of this topic, if you're the one that's sitting out there like, I'm going to plus Xbox because they're giving us games on the Xbox One and on Xbox Series X, but there's going to be the same quality, and you're sitting there clapping them, I'm sorry, in my opinion, shame on you, because why are you going to let the console that you love be held back?
Yeah. Because, I don't know, it's just like, one of these days we're gonna make this video, but again, this is all players' fault.
Yeah.
Because they let this stuff happening, and then they start realizing all late, and then they're like, "Huh, how we get here?"
I love convenience, man.
Yeah.
I love what he's talking about, but I just can't get behind it because it makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just done with PR talk and Phil Spencer, because it's just a lot of talking, hardly anything really happens.
You as a gamer yourself, you have a decision if you want to upgrade or not. You can wait. You're an adult. You pay bills. You have a job. You should have patience, right?
Yeah.
If you're a kid, then it's your parents' decision, not you.
Yeah.
But if you're a grown man, like us, you should have the willpower to be like, I can't afford the Xbox Series X. I can't afford the PlayStation 5. Maybe I should wait. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can still get some enjoyment out of the PS4. Maybe I get some enjoyment out of the Xbox One X. Yes, there's going to be games still coming out for that console. Shit, half of y'all probably have a whole fucking collection of games y'all don't even touch, like me.
Same here.
Play those games, and when you have the money, when you have the time, you can finally get it. Stop acting like a little kid. I act like that sometimes, too. I get impatient.
No, I mean, it's one issue I have is I'm an impulsive buyer. Like, I see something like...
Exactly.
I don't need it. I can wait, but I'm gonna get it right now.
And you like Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob, where Mr. Crab bought her everything, and she had like a fucking like wardrobe and shit, and everything around her.
That's what I do. With like games, movies, and books. I see it's like I'm not gonna watch that, play that, or read that right now, but I'm gonna get it right now.
Like I said, most people who are playing the Switch are adults. Most people who are playing the PlayStation are adults. Most people playing the Xbox are adults. PC, adults. So you, as an adult, should be responsible, mature enough to be like, if I can't afford this console right now, then I should be like, all right, I'm not going to get it right now.
Yeah.
It can wait. There's no reason to be like, oh, Phil Spencer, oh, thank God. Oh, yeah. You know, come on, guys. And the next thing we want to say, he wants to bash on PlayStation saying, and Switch,
and
in gaming culture and all, that console exclusive does not define the console.
What? Oh yeah, he wouldn't say that back in the 360 though.
No.
When the 360 was dominating with exclusives,
nope.
he wouldn't have said that.
He's only saying it because they abandoned Xbox One X.
They abandoned their studios.
Except for Ori.
Ori? Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Ori. Oh, I've been missing out. I want to go find the collector's edition. If my Xbox turns on.
No, but that's the difference I see between Sony and Microsoft buying studios.
Yeah.
See, Sony, when they buy studios, they know the history of the studio. You know, they know they're talented. But Microsoft, they buy it out of hype. Because see, for example, take.
you tell your opinion about why Sony wouldn't want the WB games. Studios.
Well, just think about. Well, see, my prime example is what's that studio that made Outer Worlds called again?
I
Can't
don't remember. Oh.
They made Obsidian. Yeah, they made Fallout New Vegas. So you know when Fallout New Vegas came out. When Fallout New Vegas came out, like gamers made so many excuses for them. Yeah. I was like, oh, they only had a certain amount. Like, I remember, that whole fiasco came out. They said Bethesda didn't give them enough time to make a game. That's what that game had like glitches.
They had 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
And we gave them a pass because we were like, oh, Fallout 3 had 4 years. They had double the time.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Bethesda was being an asshole to them.
Yeah. But then you see Outer World comes out, and people are praising it because, everybody's on the Fallout hate train.
Everybody was like, Fallout in space. And then when it came out, Fallout in space.
Yeah, because everybody was praising it because they were on the hate train of Bethesda and Fallout 76, which I understand.
Because Fallout 76 got fucked up.
But think about it, after I played it, Outer Worlds, I keep confusing it with the better game. Outer Worlds and Fallout 4, they're the same quality to me. Honestly, there's less in Outer Worlds than there is in Fallout 4, but they're the same quality to me. And the thing about it, they're buying studios out of hype because right now everybody's loving Outer Worlds. I don't know why, it blows my mind, but that studio has a rocky history. It's not consistent. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. And same thing with the people that made Hellblade. They bought that game out of hype because people loved it. I loved it. Hellblade's a great game, but Microsoft bought it. But then the history of that studio, same thing. Rocky history is not consistent.
Well, anyways, Phil Spencer with the whole exclusive thing. I just want to say something. I don't want to offend anybody, but the F word that has a 4-letter word. It's a 4-letter word. F-U, and
Fork.
Yeah, fork you, Phil Spencer. That was a stupid opinion. No offense. But I don't mean it on a personal level. I just mean it through a gaming culture level. Like, how are you going to sit there and
change it? Let me change it. Fork what you said, not you.
Yeah, okay.
But what you said.
Yeah. Fork what you said about that. You're probably a cool guy. I like your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time he's on stage, I can understand why you'd be like, God, man, that's a good guy.
Yeah.
I want some McDonald's.
Yeah, he can literally sell you anything.
Yeah, he's like a door-to-door salesman.
Yeah.
He's he's charming, okay? I wanted to date him. Anyways, yeah, but his whole thoughts on the exclusives, like, no. The reason why PlayStation 3 was so successful at the end of its era because Last of Us, Uncharted 3, what was the other exclusive that came out that was really big?
Killzone?
Yeah, Killzone 3. I don't have no thoughts right now.
Yeah, I just forgot all the games.
Anyways, last year, which is 2013.
Killzone 3, Resistance 3.
Yeah.
All those games, like, even though Resistance 3 didn't sell that much, but it was a great game.
It had a cool following.
Yeah.
That thing had the best story out of all three.
Yeah, it does. Like, best story and best gameplay. Because it brought back the gameplay of the first one. Just more refined. Because honestly, a lot of people say number 2 is the best one. I think number 3 is the best
one. Well, here's this. Last of Us 1 single-handedly told Xbox, yo.
Yeah.
And then PlayStation 3 was like skyrocketing sales.
Yeah.
And Xbox was like, wait a minute. So that means PlayStation 3 is the king of this generation? Apparently. Yeah. They outsold the Xbox.
I like how they outsold them like the last year.
Community wise, Xbox 360 was the king.
Yeah, community. Yeah.
Yeah. In this generation, PS4. Despite the ecosystem and the OneDrive setup that I've been liking a lot on Xbox One, no. PlayStation is number one this generation. The last generation, yes, Xbox. And community-wise, awesome. Sell-wise, PlayStation whooped your ass.
Oh yeah, another thing. The reason why I don't really care if Microsoft buys Warner Bros. Games because
that's the one thing. I'm like, why are you going to sit there and say that, but you're going to sit there and be like, oh, we're interested in buying more exclusive studios.
But I think the reason I don't care is like most of the games are average. There's only one game that's under Warner Bros. That I like, that I really like praise, and that's Dying Light.
Huh?
That's it.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot there were WB Studios.
Yeah, like
WB Studio game. No, but he goes out his way saying that it doesn't define the generation, exclusive games. But let me tell you this: why? And like I told you in the videos prior to it, why do you remember the PlayStation 1? Why do you remember the PlayStation 2? Why do you remember the Wii? Why do you remember the Switch? Over and over and time again, whatever console you played on, what is the reason that you remember that console?
Why is the main reason Microsoft refuses to let go of Halo?
That's the only thing they have in their bag. Oh, like Keith from the Keith crew.
Oh yeah.
That video and the guy was like, Halo, baby.
Yeah, then he's like, I don't want to play another Halo. I don't want to play another Halo.
Yeah, if they didn't care about exclusives, then I'm pretty sure they would have made everything third party. And now I know everybody probably, maybe in the comment section, whoever watches the video, I'm like, oh, how selfish of you. Yeah. Why don't PlayStation do the same? Well, PlayStation puts quality in their games. Yeah. So I feel like they deserve their studios because they pamper those studios. Looks like Xbox is treating them like fucking Hollywood up in there. Yeah. They're like, we need more cliches. Why does every Xbox One game feel the same?
Somebody's knocking.
Oh. I'm sorry, but why does Sunset Overdrive feel like Crackdown 3? Why does Crackdown 3 feel like a Gears of War game?
Nothing that separates them is the soundtrack, honestly.
Yeah.
The soundtrack and the visual aesthetics.
And people are like, PlayStation games all feel the same. No, they don't. No, they don't.
See, they say that because most PlayStation games are third person. But they all play different.
Yeah, they all have different ways of playing.
Even though, let's say, Last of Us and Uncharted, same studio, they play different.
Freaking Death Stranding is a clunky type of control that's supposed to keep you in a balanced and restricted mode.
See, a lot of people hate that, but it keeps you engaged in the game. Uncharted
is a loosely filled, fast-paced action shooter. Yeah. Just keep on gunning down people. Infamous is a very flexible, intuitive superhero game.
No, I want to bring up this part of The Last of Us and Uncharted because I've been talking about it because this makes me laugh. You know how everybody got offended about The Last of Us Part 2? Everybody got mad saying like, oh, there's a certain point where Ellie's like, oh, killing is bad. And they got mad over that. I was like, well, Nathan Drake kills waves and waves of enemies. And nobody says anything. Like Nathan Drake will take out 2 platoons of enemies and joke about it and go on with his day. And everybody's like, oh, that writing, so good. Yeah. Then Ellie does his like, this is stupid. This is the worst writing I ever seen.
I don't feel like those games were... I feel like the dialogue was the best part about those games.
Yeah, but it just shows like how people contradict themselves.
Yeah,
like, they still say with the whole Ellie thing, like at one point Ellie realizes like, oh, killing is not going to get me anywhere.
And in a time of protest where everybody wants to stop violence and all that, I like how you look at Ellie that didn't want to kill... Well, you sit there and tell people that... I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about these certain type of people. Yeah. You sit there and tell people, like, Lumberjack was told that if you like killing the dogs in the game, then you're not a good dog owner. Yeah. He said I could tell the difference between a reality and a fucking fictional game.
Yeah, it's a stupid comment. This guy was like, oh, I can't play this game because I'm a dog lover and I own a dog. And I was like, oh, I own a dog too. And then he tried to say, oh, you have some problems or anything. And I told him, like, no. You have problems because you can't tell the difference between reality and a video game. I can.
But if you're one of those people who believe that killing a dog in the game is like saying that you don't love your dog, then you must be one of those people that believe that the game is real. So, if you were one of the people who are on the BLM or any of these protests out here that wants to stop violence, but you sit there and hated that Ellie didn't kill Abby, then who's really the person with problems?
Yeah, it's just... I'm just laughing at all those people that got offended over The Last of Us and just sitting here like, yo... It's a video game.
I can admit the story could have be done better.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some issues that could have been fixed. Like, it's like I said, the intro itself could have been different.
It's not a perfect game. It is a.
I do agree when people say like, you know how old IGNs where you give it 10 out of 10. I was like, no, this game is not a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not no 5, 4, or 0 out of 10.
Yeah, but Phil Spencer, your opinions, I don't know. Say what you want to say. any Xbox people who want to sit there and behind them and be like, yeah, this is the way to do it, this is the way to do it, then alright. Good luck for those first 2-3 years of that fast delivery where supposedly Xbox One games have to be top tier quality to the Xbox Series X, when it's not going to be possible, because how do you do that? How do you keep two games the same quality? You have to lean more to the lower quality console.
I just want to know how standard PS4 was running Ghost of Tsushima. And you know how the PS4 has its limits. How is that running better, looking better than Xbox games? Which on the series, I mean, Xbox One X. You know that.
I don't know. PlayStation's doing it wrong. I like Xbox. Xbox makes great games. Come on. When they took away split screen on Halo, I was like, fuck yeah. I told my brother, go buy a fucking Xbox.
So this is the reason why I like Xbox. It makes you want to go out and buy a console.
Anyways, this has been Lumberjack Koala. See you on the next one. Good night.
Your jaw was already broken by this point. It must have happened near the start of the fight. You dropped your guard before the first blow fractured your jaw. Why hesitate? It goes against everything I taught you. I'm starting to build a profile of your killer. Studying the fatal blow could provide another clue to their identity. That's not how you were killed. I need to study the reconstruction to isolate the fatal blow.
Reached end of reconstruction. Reached end of reconstruction. Reached end of reconstruction.
You were badly injured, no longer a threat. Your killer showed no mercy. Why did the killer flee the scene? What did they see? I'm increasing the radius of the reconstruction.